Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Steve. Steve is from Phoenix, Arizona in the USA. So let's see what Steven has to say. Enjoy the interview. Hello. Yes. How are you today, Steve?
I'm doing very good.
Great.
I think this is really interesting.
Great. So just before, where are you from?
I am from Phoenix, Arizona in the USA.
Amazing. And what do you do for a living?
Oh, I am a lawyer, kind of equivalent to a British solicitor as compared to a barrister.
Amazing. Tell me the most interesting thing about your job.
Usually, people don't see me until they have a problem. I usually, I describe it like I'm continuously shoveling a manure pile because people bring it to me when it's really unpleasant versus, oh, let me just come in and check you out and see what you think. You're hearing my Doberman in the background.
You have a dog around.
Yes, she thinks that she ought to participate in the interview too.
I would love that. I would love if she could be alone.
Well, the only trouble is she'd probably be 60 pounds sitting on my lap, looking at you and getting her to do her Doberman thing. And
okay, Steve. So welcome to William and the Magic Box. This lovely box full of random fun questions. Let's do it. Let's do it. The first question. Steve, what do you think people need to know about each other before they start a relationship?
I think people need to know what really makes that person tick inside. I've been in relationships with people where the more you get to know them, instead of it being good as you peel the onion, it gets worse and worse and worse because you never really figure out what's inside until it's too late. And so I think what's inside of a person is really important.
Absolutely, I agree. I think you need to know all the boundaries of the person before you kind of get into the relationship, isn't it?
Yes. And I think I'm wise enough to realize people aren't perfect. If you're looking for the perfect guy,
It's not gonna happen.
You're not gonna find him.
Absolutely.
The guy you're gonna be with is gonna have his own warts, as I call them, but if he understands what they are and he's comfortable with them, you can do a great deal.
Absolutely, that's true. I totally agree. Right, Steve, ready for the second question?
Yes.
Let's do it. Next question for Steve from Arizona. Steve, what's the best and the worst living in Arizona?
The best is spring and fall. The weather is really nice. There's nice cool breezes at night. And it is really just beautiful. The worst is probably the summer because it's really, really hot.
Really?
We have had a couple days of 46 Celsius.
Ooh. Wow, hot. That's really hot.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
Right, Steve, let's get another question. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next question for Steve. Let's do it. If you were to raise a child, what's the most important things you'd like them to learn?
be comfortable with yourself. I actually, many years ago, were married, so I raised 2 children.
Right.
I think the biggest thing I gave them was be comfortable with yourself. And if you're with somebody who doesn't like you, that's probably a really good sign that you need to rethink this.
Absolutely, I agree with you. Right. And what's the most memorable lesson you learned from them?
I think the most important thing I've learned from them is to be there. Sometimes, even when they're adults, they still want to be parented.
Of course.
I think that's a normal human emotion, no matter how old you get. But sometimes there's a little piece of them that wants to still be a little kid here and there. Not very often, once in a while. And so I've tried to get in touch with, okay, when you want to be a little kid, it's okay to come back for a few minutes. You can be a little kid.
Oh, that's sweet. That's very sweet. Right, Steve, let's get another question. Let's do it. Right, Steve, let's get another question. Do you know anyone who is living their life to the fullest?
No, I'm just thinking that one through for a second. I have a couple friends who live in Ghana, West Africa, and I do think they live their lives to the fullest. I'm amazed that one was seriously injured in a motorcycle accident, so he's had to rebuild his life after having his leg amputated. Wow. And so I think, yeah, he is living his life to the fullest. Even though I might say, well, you should do X, Y, and Z. No, I think he is.
Amazing. Wow, that's good. Ready for another question?
Sure.
Let's do it. Next question. What's the most beautiful thing someone have said to you?
I love you.
Oh.
And when I love you and they mean it. And you're somebody incredibly special to me.
That's beautiful. That's very beautiful.
And a admirer this week sent me flowers.
Oh.
All the card said was, I love you. That was special.
Amazing, amazing. I love that. Amazing, amazing. Okay, Steve, let's get another question. Let's do it. Let's get another question. Steve, if you were not yourself, would you like to be yourself? And why?
Yeah, I like myself. I would want to be myself. And why? Because I think I've had, even though I've had a lot of really bad life experiences, I came out of a really abusive environment. Mm-hmm. I like myself because I think at the end of the day, everything that's happened has made me into the person I am. And so I wouldn't want to be any different.
Sure.
I see other people around me and I look at them and go, no, I don't think I'd want to be.
Amazing. Yeah, I think I agree with you as well. I think everything that we go through life, I think in the end of the day, everything counts to build the person who we are. And I think that's all. I know it's hard, tough, going through some time in life, but in the end, when we realize that was necessary to make us stronger and to make us the person who we are, and so I think it's when you take a positive way out of that, I think it's what matters, isn't it?
There's a favorite book of mine. It's called On Playing a Poor Hand Well. And it talks about how people who've been incredibly abused, their thinking is, oh, those people are always going to be failures. They suffered such terrible things. And it talks about case studies where those people who've suffered that have actually had a great life. And they've played a really bad hand, so to speak, really well. And that's kind of how I look at my life. The key is the goal should be to play that hand really well, no matter how bad it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. Great. Shall I go for another question?
Sure.
Let's do it. Okay, Steve, let's get another question. Tell us something interesting about yourself.
Most of my closest friends actually live in Africa.
Wow. So how come? It's just a coincidence.
I met most of them either through soccer, football, because I assisted in coaching, or I met them through dating websites. And over the years, I mean, don't get me wrong, you can find lots of scammers on dating websites too. But over the years, this group, and they're in various countries, Uganda, Kenya, Botswana, Nigeria, Togo, Ghana, I've just become really good friends with.
It's amazing, interesting. That's very interesting. And how often do you go to Africa?
Usually about twice a year. Now, if COVID-19 would cooperate, I'm ready to go again. But right now, it seems like the whole world is locked down. You can't go anywhere because of COVID-19.
Absolutely, absolutely. So you're planning to go as soon as the borders open? You're gonna.
As soon as the borders open. Excuse me for drinking my coffee.
No, that's all right. Please do. Let's get another question then. Let's get another question.
Okay. Yeah.
Next question. Who would you swap lives for a day?
I think Pele. I always admired Pele as a great football player. And it'd be interesting, I mean, he's retired, long retired. It'd be interesting just to see what his life is like today.
Right. Good one. Very good. Great. I've got 3 questions left for you, okay, Steve? 3 questions.
Okay, that's all right.
Let's do it. Okay, Steve, next question. What hurt your feelings?
I think people who want to either relate to me or be a friend with me because of what I do versus who I am.
Right.
I think that Steve Kemp is a pretty decent guy. But if you want to be a friend of mine and relate to me because, oh, he's a lawyer, he must have money. That's so artificial. That just turns me
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah, I think people, they need to connect with us, like, not for what we have or what we are. It's just for what we, you know what I mean, the person who really are.
Who we are really as a person. And
Absolutely.
I mean, I am out to my family, but most of my family just ignores me. Honestly, that doesn't bother me at all. That's not something that hurts me. It would hurt me. It hurts me more if people somehow decide to treat me based on what I do for a living versus who I am.
Absolutely. Cool. Okay, Steve, I've got 2 questions left, okay?
Okay.
Let's do it. Okay, another question. What's something not many people know about you?
Probably most people don't know that I've dated some. Most people probably don't know that I've dated some guys from Africa.
Okay, it's a good one. Very good one. Absolutely.
Now they're going to.
Now they're gonna know in the future now. Right, Steve. Let's go for the last question, okay? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Right. Just before the last question, tell me, what do you like the most about Africa?
The people.
Right.
And the people both in Southern Africa and in Western Africa, just incredibly kind and generous.
I see. Okay. Right. Last question for you, Steve. Good question to be the last one. What makes you a unique person?
I think my life experience. There are very few. I haven't met a lot of people in America who are Anglo, who have traveled to third world places. I've been to third world places and the second world places in the Caribbean. I think what makes me unique is I've had some really interesting life experiences that have molded me into who I am. Amazing. And I think that's experience. It's not, no one can buy, it's a gift, isn't it? Then let me ask, how did a Brazilian guy end up in London?
Me?
Yes.
Okay, it's a very good question, actually. It's funny because it's funny how life drags you to a direction that you're not planning to. When I was 19 years old, I left Brazil, and before I left, because I started studying English, and I wanted to go to America. All the Brazilian people, they want to go to America, to USA, it's like American dream. But because my family didn't have like possibility for me to have a visa, like to work or to study, so I met one lovely lady who lived in Portugal. She was on holidays in Brazil, and through a travel agency, a lady, she introduced me to her, and I went to Portugal when I was 19. I stayed there for almost 5 years, but I want to live in a country which the first language is English, because I want to improve my English. I want to learn more. And after a few years, I decided to come to London, and I've been here for 14 years. And London is home for me now. So yeah, I'm happy to be here. I'm very happy. Have you been in London before?
Yes. I actually ended up there quite unintentionally. I was going to Africa, and there was a problem with my Ghanaian visa.
Right.
So I got to stay in London for a few days until I could straighten it out with the Ghanaian High Commission. And so I stayed down on the square by the British Museum.
Right.
And found a nice hotel and just hung out for a couple of days.
Oh,
Saw
wow.
the British Museum, which was really nice. And I came in. I'd never been in the underground, and it's like I can figure this out. And I think it did help that it was as long as it was English or Spanish, I could figure it out. Now, if the underground had been Russian, I would have been in trouble.
That's interesting. Okay, Steve, it's not the end of the show yet, okay? What are we going to do now? I'm going to give away some words, and you just tell me the first thing that comes to your mind, okay?
Okay.
Let's start with family.
Africa.
Money.
Temporary.
Love.
Hard to find.
Politics.
Messy.
Sex.
Necessary.
Religion.
Personal.
Fear.
Important.
Desire.
Cheap.
Friendship.
Rare.
Regret.
Doesn't matter.
A wish.
Special.
Amazing. Now let's pretend now I'm going to have coffee with your best friend, and I'm going to ask your best friend, tell me the most beautiful thing about Steve and tell me something that he needs to improve on. What do you think your best friend will tell me?
He is compassionate, caring, improve on, needs to be a better listener.
Okay.
Not that I don't listen, but more that when he listens, he needs to be focused on me. He can too easily multitask, and it makes me uncomfortable, and I don't think he's focused on me.
I see. Okay, Steve, now let's play Steve and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question, okay? Okay, Steve, you can ask me a question.
So, what led you into doing the Magic Box?
How I started? What's the question?
What led you into doing the Magic Box?
Okay, so a few years ago, I wanted to do a YouTube channel, and my first option was I want to do something with music, like a music channel, but it's very difficult because the copyrights of the music and everything. So I decided to myself, okay, I want to do something different, something that's I never done before, something that's not on anywhere, and this idea came to my mind about this Magic Box. And so the main thing of the show is to connect people around the world. There are not right or wrong answers, just different points of views. And I think everyone who, the whole idea for me is people to come here, to spend this time with me, and to leave always a positive message, and with people who's going to be watching as well, and connect with those people. For example, imagine the people in the future when they are watching this interview, they go like, oh, I quite like what Steve said about this. Oh, I understand what he meant. So this kind of thing. And so I think the whole idea when this project came to my mind, it's about connecting people, making people interesting people. I think we are all interesting. We have point of views. We can share ideas, and I think the whole idea that that's my project I've been working on. So yeah,
that's cool.
Okay, okay, Steve. Did you enjoy the experience?
I've enjoyed the experience. I was looking forward to this because it's a neat way to get to know people.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, Steve, I'm very glad to know that. And just before you go, can you just tell me to share with everyone a positive quote or a positive phrase, something that inspires you in life?
Don't sell yourself short. So many people think very little of themselves. And they live their whole lives that way. I would coach young soccer players, and I would hear over and over, I can't do. I'm not fast enough. I'm not smart enough. And honestly, it wasn't that. It was just they set a very low standard for themselves.
Absolutely.
I would tell them, don't sell yourself short. Meaning, you can do more.
Sure, I totally agree with you. Steve, thank you so much for your time. Thanks so much for being with me in this experience. I really enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed as well. I really had.
I did. Okay. Thank you so much. And hopefully let's stay in touch.
Absolutely, absolutely. Have a great day, okay? Thanks so much. Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you. Greetings to London. Okay, goodbye.
Bye. So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why you'd like to be part of the show. And I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.